All right, so we're back at it. Started wire wheeling the paint off the frame. We're gonna do some weld repairs. As you can see right here, there's some cracks, and I'm gonna just kind of wash them and add filler as I need. I did a little sample, but there's quite a few spots on the frame. And then the weep hole, I don't know if somebody drilled it out. I'm gonna fill it back in, and then I'm gonna make sure that I add drainage. We've got a fix right in here. And what else do we have? It's kind of a weak spot right there on that bracket. And then also I noticed right in here, someone drilled that out. I'm gonna fill that back in and then drill and tap it. So when I go to mount the, I think that's for the coil. Once I go to mount the coil back on there, I've got good threads. I'll spin the frame around to the other side. And looking this over on this side, kind of got a weird spot right in there. Someone already welded on that. I'll wire wheel that and then kind of clean that up. I mean, the bottom of the frame rails aren't really dented up, so that's fantastic. The frame's in pretty good shape, but we're just gonna kind of tighten some stuff up. You can kind of get in here and see that that weld didn't get really any penetration, and it's kind of a weak point. And we're just gonna kind of go through and clean these welds up so I can put the frame through the paint process, or I can paint, powder coat the frame, and start getting this thing back to a roller before I split these cases. So the cylinder jug's already been sleeved, and it must have happened probably back in the 90s, late 90s or early 2000s. And I think it's already bored out, and I should just be able to hone it and put an oversized piston in. But before I get any further on the motor, I want to get the bike put back together and then do the rest of the disassembly of the motor and build the motor. I mean, we've got some brackets that we've got to straighten, and just some simple stuff that really I got to do. So I'm gonna get it set up on the tripod, and I'm gonna start wire wheeling and get this thing cleaned up in the areas that I need to do the weld repairs, and then we're gonna blow these welds out.
Which has determined your fate. I've never seen so clear. I feel the end and it's near. The day of reckoning's here. The sound of deafening fear.
Alright, as you can see, there's already been some weld repairs going on this foot peg here, foot peg mount. And I'm gonna blend that in after I do my weld around. But I'm gonna get set up to start welding. And when I'm doing this process, a lot of the material's already there, so I'll have filler rod with my TIG setup, but a lot of the times I'm just gonna end up just kind of washing and using the material that's already there. Okay, so I added some material in here yesterday, and the frame was getting pretty thin in these areas, so I kind of just was using the material there and ground it out. Where it was thin, I kind of left it, and I'm just going to kind of work this, weld it, kind of clean it up. Looked like crap. So I kind of roughed it in. I'm gonna blend some more, and then I'm gonna weld around it and make it so when I look down it doesn't look like crap. Trying to clean it up, blend it in. The bottom of the frame here, on this weld here, got real thin on the edge, and had a separation from the weld to the actual frame. And what I'm doing over here is just building up and getting some material so I can shape the frame, and then I'm going to come back and add the weld. And then I close the weep hole on both sides, and I'm going to grind that flush, and then I'm going to drill a nice weep hole on both sides so the water doesn't get trapped in the frame. Come out. How do I? Anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm going to bring you guys in and show you what I got going on. All right, so it doesn't look like anything right now. On this side, it's better to show you. The original weld comes down, but on the edge here, the actual frame material got thin along the weld, and you could see through it. So I needed to just get some material in there, and now I'm gonna kind of come back. I'm gonna blend this like the frame metal, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna match that weld up and bring that weld down, and then that's done. It would mean a lot to me if you would like and subscribe. Just remember, the only difference between knowing how to do something and not knowing how to do something is doing it. Pain in the butt, but it'll be worth it in the end. That's all the time I'm spending on that. My gosh. Looks pretty good. Solid. It's the bottom of the frame anyways. And I think it came out really good. That took forever. Man, that took forever. Why would I sign myself up for that? I don't know. But here we are. Man.